What's up, creeps? It's Jason. Of course, I'm here with Riley, Rigor Mortis Mask, and today I guess we're starting this clown show off with a grail. Am I talking about? We're looking at a grail right here. Holy hell! It doesn't look like a grail, all right? You're looking at this, you're like, Jason, you've shown me tons of amazing masks on this channel and all this stuff. Why reach in the garbage can and grab something just
a little floppy clown?
Yeah, something that just looks like you paid $3 at a dime store or something for. But joke's on you, because break out your wallets is what you need to do for this thing. Because we're gonna introduce a, well, you know what? I always introduce it. Why don't you introduce it, Riley? Because this is a grail item for Riley. So let's hear. What are we looking at right now?
This is a 1970s West German clown mask, all the way from Germany. This guy was made in the 70s by the Rudel family. We've seen them previously when we did the video on the West German brute mask.
Yes.
And their stuff has been used in movies, music, mainly music for this guy.
Well, that's a good question right there, because, you know, for me, I'm not a big West German guy, right? In fact, the only thing I've really seen West German is the Brute that you brought in, right? Which he owns two, by the way, which is weird. All right, I don't know. Anyway,
may have lost one in the process of getting this.
Oh, okay. But what I also see is I've seen this mask in a band. What was this? What band would that be? I don't know. Slipknot, maybe? Yeah. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
So
it goes without saying, everyone's seen this mask one way or another, you know?
Yeah. In fact, when you brought this mask in yesterday at the shop, it was a Saturday. It was packed. It was a book day. Everybody walking by, and everybody's like, "Oh, Slipknot mask, mask," right? And then little do they know that this is the OG mask, right?
Not stage used, but from the same years that Shawn wore his.
Yeah.
And this mask has just become so sought after since he wore it. And this mask is crazy. It's vinyl. It's made way better than the mask you'll see in like a Spirit Halloween nowadays. You know.
Yeah.
Everything's cheap China latex, you know, so it's cool to have pieces that are as old as this from the 70s that are still around today.
I love how, once again, vinyl, right? So we know this is going to last. We know how this is going to be. But I love the patina on this, right? If you could say a patina, you know, on a piece of vinyl, it's the how the paint is worn off and all this stuff. I mean, you try to simulate that look, but it's really hard. This is legit, man.
That's just natural age right there. And what's crazy is, I always like to think that if I see a mask that has like missing paint or the hair's kind of messed up and stuff, I like to think someone enjoyed that mask. So it's kind of got a story to him, you know? I have no idea where this mask came from.
Yeah.
I think the guy who helped me get this found it in an old costume shop listing. So this mask is, so this thing has seen some years, but
even cooler.
they made modern copies, like the Rudel family was producing them up until this year, and they actually ceased production. Their modern copies were a little thicker. The hair was a little more synthetic, wig looking, but as you can see, the hair on this one has like dreaded itself up over time, you know, kind of like a Cheeto. Yeah. And it's just pretty cool. This mask's got a lot of character.
It's still a frightening mask, right? I mean, it just has that clown. It's the last thing I want to see at 3 a.m. walking down my hallway, you know what I'm saying? So it's still a terrifying mask, where I don't think it was designed to be terrifying. It's supposed to be a fun, happy clown mask, but now you add the patina, just the wore-off paint and all this stuff.
The eyes, too. He kind of looks like one of the eyes is winking. That's a characteristic of the older ones, is the eyes are uneven. But he just has some eeriness to him, and I would definitely not want to get killed by someone wearing this.
No, me neither. Me neither. So, okay, now once again, there's not a lot to talk about. In fact, you pretty much covered this thing already.
It's famous because of Slipknot. That's
Slipknot
really
has definitely gained the value or upped the value in this thing, right?
Guy,
So let's just go like this, Riley. And I know, once again, you know how Riley, he does these back alley drug deals, and he gives his kidney. He's already, I don't know how many kidneys you got left. He's almost out, right? You know, to get a lot of these things. So, but let's just say me, right? I want to buy one of these outright, no trays, no nothing. What am I getting a 70s vinyl clown mask, West German clown mask for?
So what's funny is, about a year ago, you could find these things, like if you offered someone about $1,500, they'd usually give it up, is what they were going for, like last year.
Wow.
But earlier this year, I had a couple friends, one of them sold one for $2,500, and we even had some friends that were offering up $3,000 for these guys. So, I mean, not to say they'd pay it, but if you're offering, I mean,
Look,
money talks and bullshit walks.
We've talked about being a collector. Sometimes money has no object, right? You just like, you know what? I've been looking for one. I've been looking for this, and I'll pay whatever. So we could put a range on this, $1,500 to $3,000.
Yeah, honestly.
You know,
it's just how crazy you are about this mask. I mean, it depends on how much of a maggot you are. If you guys Slipknot.
Oh, look at
that. I mean, I know. When I was 6 years old, 7 years old, when I first listened to their music, I mean, of course I wanted this mask. But like growing up and having it, not even as like a Slipknot thing anymore, because I'm not crazy about their music as much as I used to be.
Right.
But like, it's just cool to have something that like you wanted as a kid, and I know a lot of people like Slipknot, so it's kind of a cool sought after piece to have, you know.
It definitely, dozens of people were looking at this. I loved it, and they're like, "How much for the Slipknot mask?" And then I tell them $2,000, and they just like melt in front of me and walk away.
When you tell them how much this little floppy clown mask, like back in the 70s and the 80s, these things were like, I think they were $12 is what they were in the catalogs. We'll try and throw up a catalog photo for you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, $12, and look at how it's become.
Yeah.
You know?
Awesome, and you know it's legit. It's got the West German stamp on it and all this stuff, guys. So, man, a grail, but you don't even realize it, right? Yeah. It's like a diamond in the rough. I guess that term is you could call it this right here.
Yeah, if someone saw this at like an antique marketplace, they'd probably not pick it up.
I would literally, if not knowing what this is, I'd offer somebody $10.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what someone said yesterday. They're just like, what is that, a $6 mask? And I was like, if only you knew.
You had some zeros to that, buddy.
Yeah.
So, well, there you guys go. There you go. So, I'm sure there's some other videos out there, but this is probably the most current, most updated one that you're going to see right now, unless it's a year now you're watching this, and there's probably someone else has got a West German mask or a clown mask. But super cool, man. Wow, I'm honored to have it on the Mask Morgue, man.
It's a pretty cool one.
It's a grail in your and now how long is Riley going to hold on to this? This guy trades masks like he trades stocks. Okay, it's ridiculous. So we'll see what happens on this one.
These West German ones, they're probably going to stick around.
All right.
I don't think I can give up the fab one of each.
You heard it, right? All right. I want inventory. I want the brute and the clown to show up every week. All right. It ain't going to happen. He'll sell it for something else. So that's the life of a collector. So that being said, man, let's end this clown show and close the Mask Morgue doors. Honk, honk.